Well, hello, everybody. How are we all this morning? Hope we're doing good. Let me change to live chat, and then let me share this. Oh, we need to get a new thumbnail because I just created the name for this show for Saturdays, I think, going forward. But we will not be creating that today. We have one current viewer. Well, hello. How are you? Okay, so we're on the last panel of this page, panel 6, for lighting and shading, and all we have to do after is lettering, which, wow, we are coming close, folks, to getting this monster done. So we're going to color up light and shade Canadian Shield here first. Okay, so we're going to put my, there we go. categorized. Hey, Sprout, how are you? Not much. I'm just coloring up my comic book. I don't want the whole thing. Can I just select? No, I can't. Let's see. We just go that there. We should be able to. There we go. Although that is Let's try that on the right layer though. Okay. So that's done. Let's see. Bring that up there like that. Okay, so now do we want to light the shield? I think we do. We want to put a little bit of red lid on, but we also going to probably do a little bit of the skin as well. Uh, skin is seven, so let's go there. I don't think we did any lighting on the set that panel there, but I think we did come. I'm back. Well, hello. Well, thanks for being back. How are you today? Sorry I didn't get to you right away as you came in. Sometimes I get concentrating on what I'm doing and I don't see the chat pop up. Somebody in the chat saying hi. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's good to hear that you are fine. There's Canadian Shield done. I guess it's time for the pasta. So what are you up to this Saturday? Um, are you from Canada or the States? Somewhere else in the world? Are you doing it, Dominic? Yes, I am. This will be my fourth comic I've done of my own. I've uh, put some stuff in a couple other comics. Actually, technically, I did a small little ash can. I'm not sure whether you know what that is, but it's a small comic with 4 pages, a giveaway. So when I meet people in person, see people in person. But 4 full comics, shall we say, I've done. Well, this will be the fourth full one once it's done. Babysitting 3 kids? Ah, I've babysat before. It wasn't too bad. And I think it was 4? Well, 4 and 5 kids. Uh, Now they were my cousins, so it wasn't so bad. But I've babysat 1 or 2 at a time too. But that was a long time ago. Long, long time ago. I've recently heard about Dandy's World, but I know nothing about it. Another person that I follow, Popcross Studios, think he reimagined some of the characters, 3 or 4 of the characters, from as either horror characters or SCPs. And not sure whether I watched that full episode or not. I'm doing that, so it's like a horror game. Yeah, let's see. Not that I want to get you away from this, but let's see. Here's Pop Gods. Yeah, it's Dandy's World as SCPs. Now let me click on it.
Dandy's World is one of the.
I'll put a link in the description. Oh, that's good. I've played Minecraft a lot, Ark, and a whole bunch of other games. Horror's not really my genre of movie or games, so. But if it's a game sort of meant for kids, I guess the horror element can't be too bad. Now I'm trying. That's for later for you to watch. Right now, right here. Okay. No, I'm gonna keep that. I got this side the shaded, so that's what we're gonna do. Shade that. And I'm gonna go like that. Oh, you know about Popcross Studios? Or that video? Oh, cool, cool. I think he's a pretty good channel myself. Okay, gonna do this whole area there. Okay, right there. We'll bring this over there like that. Yeah, like that. Uh, so I think there we go for the pants. Oh, we did missed a little bit of the blue. The lighter blue, I should say. Similar to do. A bit, because we want that. Because right there. It's going to have a Thanksgiving update on November. I don't know why. Why or when? Well, probably because Thanksgiving. Uh, for the States, I'm not sure where you're from. There's Thanksgiving in the States in November, right at the end of the month. Here in Canada, we have Thanksgiving in October. And I know other places in the world have something similar, but I'm not sure when. I grabbed the wrong layer. Well, if it's going to be a Thanksgiving update, it'll probably be around the end of the month for the American Thanksgiving, which is November 27th, I think I saw. I'm from USA, Texas. Okay, so then you would know when Thanksgiving is from, or when Thanksgiving is for you guys this year. Uh, and that's cool. I have a few other people that are from Texas that come around. Some have lived in Texas and no longer live in Texas. Hey, Crooked. Hey, Crooked, I got something to show you. Uh, what do you think, Crooked? Unfortunately, my artist didn't really draw you in any other panels. We didn't draw the other people too in any other panels, so this ends up being the only panel you're in. He didn't understand that whatever crowd is here was supposed to be the same crowd for each panel. Okay. Uh, I don't want to do that. That might be something that you're into, which is I'm not going to judge. um, but this is supposed to be a Christian comic, so here's the other thing in the church. He created pretty much a different crowd for each picture. which is totally weird. But I thought you would, so you were here. I thought I'd show you. I've been meaning to when I got the whole thing done because I still got to finish up the lighting and shading on the fourth row here and Canadian Shield, and then just some lighting and shading in the background or shading in the background. I was gonna cut out this panel and send it to you, but I don't have to now. But I am in the middle of coloring this panel. It would be Christian. You don't only convert the faith. True, true, true. I just more mean, and I'm sure there are people that do that, go to self church with nudie mags in thing, but I don't want to be showing any sort of skin or whatever. Not that I would, like I could just put Pent or something like that. Play. And people would get it if they saw it, but I am trying to get kids to read this too. They might not get that, but parents would, and then they may or not want their kids reading my stuff based on that. Okay, so I think I just did the teeth, yes. That's 71, 72 is the glasses. Okay, but yeah. I hopped I'm hopped off on goofballs in that picture. Okay, so now we're gonna do the lighting on that panel. Or the pastor, I should say. Well, definitely nobody can tell one way or another whether you would be or would not be. Nose. The nose knows, you knows. We'll put a little lighting right there. But how are you today, Crooked? I don't think I did it in there. No. Hello, Ash. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. This page is almost done, which I am going to be thankful for. Really, really thankful. Well, thank you, Ash. This will be my fourth comic. The character is Canadian Shield, as you might be able to tell from the thing. And everybody, if you can like, share, and subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm trying to build up my audience. Oh, we forgot to make a new layer. So we got to put some of those colors back in. Okay, so there we go. And the glasses are next. Pink. Let's go white. Let's go airbrush. Now they look a little reflective. And it looks like I need to get just a touch of right there, I think. Oh no, that's wrong. Right there, I believe. There we go. But how are you doing, Ash? Glad to have you here. As I was saying, I believe, or said. Okay, so that is the pastor done. Now the pastor's wife. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna get the shading color. And I think I'm going to end up correcting that other one because he put shoes on her here, but didn't put shoes on her in the other panel. Which I didn't know. But I want to get this panel done before I do that correction. And I can't. That was just her. Wait. Just right there. And then a little bit right there. So what's everybody got going on today? After I'm done here at about 11 my time, I'm going to be going to my storage unit and do a little stuff there. And then go help my cousin do something, and then I'm not sure what I'm doing for the rest of the day. Probably end up being back here. I might probably come on and do some more coloring. Well, before I get on and do more coloring, I'll probably end up uh, trying to finish up that one page that I was showing Crooked because I want that page done so I can get on to the next page of that I'm doing off air. Hurry up, hurry up. Gotta finish the book. Yes. I'm hoping to have it finished by next Saturday. The end of the month for sure. I know I said about this month having it out, but I didn't think things were going to take as long as they did, and it is my fault. I should have started coloring a lot sooner than I did. Uh, then you can sell the rights to the stuff. No, 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 never. Although they're a Christian organization, and I don't think they would ruin it. Still my vision, and nobody gets to mess with my vision unless I ask them to. There we go. I'm gonna do a thin line there and a thin line there. Although that's totally on the wrong layer. All of that lasts a little bit, but I'm not going to change it because I don't want to spend that time. Quality Christian content is a valuable thing. Trick those. Definitely, quality Christian content is a valuable thing, and but once I'm off stop off doing this, that through AI, I might be trying to work on that a lot. Maybe when you finish, try to. Technically, I have sort of a screenplay. It's not done actually in the format of thing. Like, I'll show you here. Let's bring it up in the browser. And actually, I don't know, about a month ago, I actually read through most of it. Okay, let me pop out the chat for while I'm doing this, so I can actually see what you guys are saying. like a pilot episode. So, we got Canadian Shield movie written by me. Scene one, fade in. Exterior outside of a museum-sized church on the outskirts of Hamilton, Ontario in the early 1800s. Early evening in mid-fall. And then, da-da-da-da-da, say what's going on. We're switching to the interior of the church, blah, blah, blah. Then we have, Manly Cougar speaking, some pausing as he gets down on one knee in front of the altar, bows his head. Manly Cougar, blah, blah, blah. Start opening credits. Cut to a log cabin with a blah, blah, blah. Da, 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 da. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to sell it to a network or streaming service. I would sell, they could have the rights for one movie, possibly more, depending on how well or bad they did, and I would have complete creative control. So they could not change the characters or whatever, do something that I wouldn't like. But yeah, so there's that. But let me get back to coloring. That's what people are here for, I think. Okay, so yeah, corrected those couple mistakes. Now what are we doing? That's good. That's eye stuff. Okay, so shadow. Okay, so lighting, do we have? Yes, we do. We have some lighting here for her. Okay, so I like that. Let's do some blue. And I'm not going to do anything on the other side. I just want to keep it to one side. That lighting. Uh, and then we'll just. Do a little bit of lighting on the paint. And see whether we. Yeah, we did. There we go. There we go. Oh, well, sell to a Christian network or streaming service, as in after you have them on the hook, write the episodes and make the cartoon series. Yeah, I got to finish writing the first quote unquote 16, 17 episodes of the comic so I know what's going on for after like episode 8. Because I have up to issue 8 written for Canadian Shield. Okay, so that's, I'd say, her done. Yeah, so there we go, there's that one. $72 or 32 new. Can't AI push out a cartoon after you input all the Canadian Shield work and screenplay? It could. Well, here, let me show you. I'm getting off. I got an hour here. Let me show you some other stuff I've done with. I was using AI a while back on here, and I've still been using it. I got a subscription to this site. Um, Okay, so let me. And we'll bring up the. So, as you can see here off to the side, we have John Sims get up. He ends up, he's not supposed to straighten that, but it doesn't quite do what I want. I gave it some reference pictures and told it what to do. Look here, I gave it, those are the reference pictures. And I said John Sims walking from armchair to image one. Here's another one that I did of him. Getting up. And that's just getting up from armchair. Here's one of Canadian Shield. But the problem with AI is it will do things totally different. Here's a battle with him in Toxico. Of course, it messed up Toxico. Didn't get Canadian Shield tall enough. Here's him battling the buckler. Me trying to get him to lift up the rock from the first one. Again, still. As you can see, a lot of these are pretty good. Come on. I'm trying to get the moose to crash into him. It just does not want to do that and fall down. when you get time, finish this. Oh, well, like I said, the screenplay, for if you want to call it that, is all done. That is start to finish done. It's not in quote unquote screenplay format, from what I know, but or I'm pretty sure it's done. This would probably be a lot more than 20 minutes, I would guess, because it was supposed to be a movie. No, I'm not sure whether it's technically movie length, but because it has the first and second books combined with a few extra things. I like these few ones right here. Two-parter even better. Okay, after this, I gotta get back to finishing the coloring of that page. Okay, well that's... oh, what's this? Oh, this is another battle scene. Two-parter. It might even be a three or four-parter, depending on... you know what? Let's... Yeah, I like that flip. That fly-in with Canadian Shield there. That is just so awesome. Thanks. Okay, anyways, let's try and get back to coloring. We're almost done. Well, I think I did that wrong. I think there should have been a different color, but... Did I do eye color in this other one? No, she didn't have something close enough to do eye color. So let's go there. We're we're gonna keep with the consistency of what we've been doing on this green. There we go. Show the comic book kids how to do it. So, well, sort of as you can see, I'm actually been working towards that. The animation and all that. And if I would have been able to get my stuff back off, and I still might do it, do an animated comic, like move stuff, somehow trying to do some motion stuff with motion comic. I'm not sure how to put it exactly. And I was getting people doing voices for things. Not everybody did the voices that I asked them to do yet, but yeah, if I can ever get the money, now like video games, it's all in my ideas. Just hit up some studios and how much, if it feels right, crowdfund it. Yeah, But a project like that, I can tell you most likely already, it's probably going to cost tens of thousands of dollars. Like, let's see. How much would a 30-minute animation cost from an in studio? Says entry level is 1,000 to 3,000 per minute. Premium 2D is 3,000 to 7,000 per minute. So 30 minutes, you're looking 30,000. No, I'm not sure whether that is in like an Indian studio or uh fortunately or unfortunately, right now, I'm not sure what I could promise people in a crowdfunding for it that they get access to it, they get it, but well, obviously they get access to it, but what else? Uh, Start with an intro, I think you mean. Well, you said, did you see my music video that I did for Canadian Shield Crooked? Yes. I did that by myself using that video, and it's gotten better. I'm getting better clips, I think, as you can see. Please don't play it. I was about to, but with you saying yes, I decided not to. Why? Do you not want that song stuck in your head again for a while? 1,000 a minute seems fine and doable. Yeah, well, this script is probably a minimum of an hour, I think. And I had, like, I only got like 600, well, 800, 8 to 900 on the Canadian Shield 3. Uh, for crowdfunding. And that was between the two campaigns. I did a Kickstarter campaign. It's something that I'm working towards, definitely. And as you can see, I've already got a script for that sort of thing. Or somewhat of a script, whatever. Depends on how you want to define a script, I guess. Okay. What do I'll do. You know what? I'm just gonna keep her like that again. I'm getting lazy. Hey, Alpha. It's too early to stream. It's never too early to stream. And hello, Alpha. Just make the intro, then find the investors and crowdfund the rest. Uh, 60K isn't that much. Yeah, compared to a lot of things, yeah, 60K isn't much. But for me, 60K is a hell of a lot. Although, you know, you know what, let's try the other way. I've never made 60K in a year before. Maybe over 3 or 4 years. I'm not even sure whether that's maybe over like 10 years for me. My dad's made that in a year before. Okay, so what do you think, guys, of that page? I do need to do a little something in panel. Okay. True, true. The problem, like there's a Christian broadcasting thing here in Canada called Crossroads, and I actually know some of the people. I met the owner once upon a time. Well, the owner's changed because the original owner is dead. Um, but I know the CEO, one of the CEOs, or the CEO, the main CEO, and he used to be a pastor of the church I went to, and I was talking to him. I was just trying to get on like the show to, or have them spotlighted or something like that. And basically, what he said to me, until you're known, we don't give a crap about you. He didn't say it quite that way, but that's the gist I got. Like, oh, we'll have you on our show once you're known. Well, how the hell is that supposed to help me? And not that I'm entitled to get on their show or whatever, but. My thoughts exactly. That it should be the other way around. And like I said, he didn't say it in quite those words, but. And I've had a lot of people that, oh, that's a great idea, blah, 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 but they all chicken out on you. It's made me very cynical. of I've had more help, I'd say, from the mainstream world in doing crowdfunding for my comics than the Christian community. Although there's quite a few Christians on my channel that do stuff, but help out, buy stuff. But I think you get what I mean. Let's see, what am I doing here? I don't know. Delete that. Let's. If you had a product to show them the dynamics. Yeah, but this is actually after I've actually produced books. I think I was talking to him, like I seen him at church, and said I was trying to get in touch with him to, do like a story idea. This is when I was doing Canadian Shield 2. I already had the first one out. I wasn't just trying to know with no proof of concept. Yeah. A TV show is different. Yeah. I'm trying to be less cynical, but I guess sometimes it's hard. But actually, I could possibly reach out to Angel Studios. Like I said, I gotta get less cynical, less jaded. It's just, although it's not a good excuse, it's just all the whatever that I've gone through. Okay, I think I fixed up that panel. Okay. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even sure what I do for an intro. Yeah, true, true, true. Or they tell you what you need. Yeah. Well, that's not exactly a no, but it's not exactly a yes either. So, what do you guys? It is a path. Yeah, there's a few different places that I could go for sure. But yeah, guys. So, what do you think of this page? I'd say this one is done, except for lettering. Lettering is done off screen. Okay, so there's that. That will finish off screen. Okay, so this is the next page to be. I'm going to be shading and coloring on here. Backgrounds. Okay, so oh man, um, might start with panel 2 because panel 1 is a little grandiose, overwhelming. Oh, but what we need to do for all these panels, no matter where, is let's open up the dead guy. We need 1, 2, 3. Main. Shading. Lighting. And we'll copy those. And put them into each spot here. Okay, portal doesn't need lighting, shading, or anything. It doesn't look like I'm doing much right now. It's just getting things set up so they're easier to just go from one panel to the next, light and shade. Okay, there we go. Every panel has where it needs it. Lighting, shading. If you do a crowdfund, sell producer credits. Yeah, producer credits. Because producers are the guys with the money, right? The guys that provide the money. What would be different between producer and an executive producer then? I'm just coming back here because I want the shading colors I use. Okay, so more money. More money. Those are the ones that give a whole lot of money. And that ain't funny. Do. Right there. Let's grab our red. Taking gray off. There. Let's go back up here. Yeah, 500 executive producer, 250 associate producer credit, $100 special thanks. No, $100 would be producer. $50 would be special thanks. I don't think there's going to be any light on the dead body. I just like what I did there. Just a little bit of background now. I don't know. It sounds like a winner idea. Yeah? Huh. Actually, you know what? Let's do this reverse. Maybe. Uh, be the Billy Badass comic creator that transcends pages to the silver screen. Okay, there we go. Do, 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 do. Okay, so we're almost done here for the day. We're just gonna get this. So there's panel 2 done. Of that page. What? What do you guys think of panel 2? I guess that works. You're not convinced? What do you, what, if anything, do you think I should do? Any ideas? The ooze needs more gore. What? The body? That's not ooze, that's a dead body. And he was just like heat vision from Superman or Cyclops optic blaster. I think I just answered that. Absorb, you know, let out some beams. This guy just, you know, they were having an argument, and then one of those looks that could kill her, and purple beams, most likely purple. I'm making them purple. Ended up coming out. He should be glowing in the color of the blast. But what about, it's been like a few minutes. I had thought about that. Because it happened, Canadian Shield wasn't there when it happened initially. He heard, because he had his mask on, hearing the screams as the guy died. Messenger appears. They talk for a couple seconds, well, probably a minute or less, and Canadian Shield comes through the portal. Uh, those black dots could be Ember. Is it smoke? I believe that's what it's supposed to be, yes. Should probably be covering the whole body. I'll agree there. Or more of the body. Could be. Oh boy, it was sizzling and greasy. I colored something similar in the past. I'll show you on Discord. Okay, let me. Uh-huh. Although you have a heap of ashes there. Just ashes. At least with me, the body is left. Yeah, that's why I did the purple, not just like red and yellow or orange. Purple glow. So the body's in this scene too, so I'll have to end up doing that there too. But so you like that better now that the body's that's done to the dead body? What do you think? uh, well, you know what? They probably should. Not that. No, I was gonna do small. Yeah, I think I should. Oh, that's not gonna. Okay, I want the dead body, I guess. Yeah, dead body. Well, that. Layer. Shading. Let's expand by. We'll make it 10 pixels. And then, let's see. I'll put it in lighting. It should be in shading. I think that smoke should be up here. Okay, so what do you think, guys? You know what? That shading. Okay, so that's panel 2 done there. Um, I might be back on later today, or maybe even tomorrow sometime. I don't know yet. But I will, of course, be back Monday. And we will be getting the rest of this page done. Because as you can see, these are not going to take long. These panels here. The biggest panel that's going to be a pain is the top one. And I might have to change the color behind him because he's supposed to be up there. I'm not sure whether he's supposed to be up there or down here because it seems like he moves, but then in the next one he's back up here. You got him up here, then I guess he could still be up there here, but here it looks like he's on the same level as Canadian Shield. And then you look at this, and he's up there. Oh! And he's going to end up jumping down towards Canadian Shield. Because here, you see him up there, he jumps down there, so those purple beams I was talking about. if it wasn't so much work, I might erase Canadian Shield from this face and make him bigger. I might have to see what's supposed to be going on in there. I might do that. That way I can take the inconsistency out. But anyways, that's it for now. Thanks everybody for watching. Like I said, I might be back later today, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some Minecraft on my other channel. Who knows? Maybe I'll do an after dark doing coloring. And anybody can come on. Well, anybody can almost come on anytime if they want. So yeah, this is going to be fairly easy, I think, to do. All the pages now are going to be fairly easy. So, bye for now. God bless. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you all later, if not today or tomorrow, Monday for sure. So, bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day.